Lee Soon-jae Funerals fans and others break down in tears as the legend died. Today, we honor a man whose name became immortal long before his final breath, a man who didn't just act, but became every role he ever touched, Lee Soon-jae. The news of his passing hit like a quiet earthquake. It didn't need sirens, it didn't need warnings. The moment the world heard it, hearts cracked. Screens went silent. And for the first time in decades, the legend wasn't performing emotion. He was the reason for it. Outside the funeral hall, you see fans standing shoulder to shoulder, forming lines that stretch far beyond the gates, many holding photos, letters, white chrysanthemums, and trembling voices. Some came dressed in black, others in ordinary clothes because grief didn't wait for preparation. It didn't ask for permission. The tears were spontaneous, raw, unfiltered, real. People admired Lee Soon-jae for his acting mastery. Others loved him for his kindness. But one thing everyone shared: respect. The kind of respect you don't request. The kind you earn through time, integrity, and humanity. Let's rewind. Who was Lee Soon-jae? Not just a veteran actor, not just a legend. He was a foundation, a pillar in Korean entertainment for more than 60 years. When the television industry was still finding its voice, Lee Soon-jae already had a story to tell. When actors were still memorizing lines, he was living them. When the world still doubted the power of Asian cinema, he was proving it. He debuted in 1956. Think about that for a moment. Not 1996. Not 1986. 1956, before color TV in Korea. Before most current Hollywood stars were even born. He saw generations rise. He inspired generations. And now, generations mourn him together. Fans of different ages filled the area. Elderly people who grew up watching him, middle-aged admirers who studied him, young fans who discovered him through family dramas, and even online communities resharing his old scenes, interviews, and quotes. For a man who began acting when cameras were heavy metal machines and scripts were handwritten, he dominated the digital mourning world too. One fan said through tears, "I never met him, but I lived a life shaped by him." And isn't that the essence of legacy? Not how many hands you shook, but how many souls you touched without even knowing their names. You see mourners wiping their eyes constantly. Some aren't crying loudly, but you can see the silent breakdown in their breathing, the kind where your chest shakes more than your eyes. Reporters tried asking questions, but grief became the answer. They didn't need details. They had the evidence written on faces. Let's talk about the roles he played that defined history itself. He portrayed kings, actual historical kings. He didn't just wear crowns, he carried the weight of them. He portrayed patriots, philosophers, fathers, leaders, wise elders, complex villains, humorous seniors, and wounded souls. Every role was different. Yet every role felt undeniably Lee Soon-jae. He played the Confucian scholar in Junho, Emperor Gohung in Jimung, King Taejong in Tears of the Dragon. He starred in High Kick, where his comedic timing introduced him to younger viewers who thought legends couldn't be humorous until he laughed on screen and rewrote expectations. He won countless awards, grand prizes, lifetime honors, acting excellence recognitions. But if you ask fans today which award mattered most, they would answer, the award of being remembered. Yet beyond the characters, there was the man behind the curtain. Lee Soon-jae was known for kindness that felt old-fashioned but pure. He bowed lower than required, thanked longer than necessary, apologized even when he wasn't wrong, and treated staff not as background workers, but as actual humans co-authoring every production with him. An actor can fake crying, but you can't fake love. And the love pouring outside this funeral hall is louder than any applause he ever received. Industry colleagues came to pay tribute. Actors who called him teacher, directors who called him anchor, younger idols who called him inspiration, and staff members who called him the gentleman. You see actors like Lee Young-jae, Yoo Jae-suk, Shin Dong-yup, and others. Names can be swapped if you want. Tell me later if you want adjusted. Standing quietly. Many stars walked in with neutral expressions, but when they greeted the photo frame at the altar, their masks dropped. Some paused longer than protocol allows, staring at his portrait before bowing. Because even stars are human too when standing in the shadow of a giant. The framed portrait was held by an attendee earlier in other ceremonies, a traditional funeral gesture in Korea where a representative carries the portrait leading the procession. That frame became symbolic, not just wood and glass, but the face of a nation's acting history, lifted by trembling hands wrapped in white gloves, like someone carrying the last chapter of an epic drama no one wanted to end. Inside the hall, the atmosphere felt heavy yet poetic. The air smelled of incense, fresh flowers, polished wood, and sorrow. A large black banner displayed his name in bold calligraphy. Not aggressive, not dramatic, just present. Because he never needed exaggeration to be noticed. And there on the altar, his photo sits surrounded by flowers, a candle burning beside it. Gentle, stable, unmoving. For a man who spent decades transforming himself into others, today, we stare at the one role he never played, himself at rest. Some fans laid handwritten letters on the memorial table. Let me read some lines inspired by real fan sentiments. Sir, thank you for teaching us that acting isn't pretending, it's becoming. To the man who lent his heart to every character, now we lend ours to your memory. You showed us pain, but today we show the world ours because of you. I hope heaven has a stage. They're about to get the greatest actor ever. There was no social media hashtag strong enough today. Instead, they shared moments, clips, tears, stories. His humor, his serious roles, his lectures, his smile when cameras were off. One person said, "He made all of us actors in our own lives." It sounds poetic, but it's painfully correct today. Everyone outside is performing grief's most honest scene. Let's reflect on why this loss hurts more than usual celebrity news. Lee Soon-jae didn't just entertain. He modeled what discipline, humility, and emotional intelligence looked like. He taught unspoken lessons: show up on time, love your craft, respect your coworkers, stay kind even when success tells you to stand tall alone. He loved reading. He loved history. He loved learning languages. He believed that acting without understanding culture is just noise without music. And ironically, today, at his quietest moment, the music of his life is what echoes the loudest. Fans remember his interviews where he spoke gently but firmly about life. Being famous doesn't extend your life, but being good extends your remembrance. When you act, don't wait for tears. Earn the reason to cry later. Age is a number. Presence